click subscribe to receive all of our latest videos. I've heard lots of great things about you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
The first thing is just to tell us a little bit about how you found Easton Mountain and how you've been involved.
Sure. Well, I first came to Easton Mountain because I knew Harry Faudis, and he was going to start a gay men's monastery. And
Right.
he was all excited about that, and it was a very cool idea. And he told me about this really great place that he found, and I came to visit. And I brought, I actually was so enthused too. I brought up a bunch of tools I had in Texas, in storage in Texas, like workshop tools, to donate to the effort.
Wow.
That would have probably been about 2000, I would guess. I'd never heard of Easton before that, and it's come so far from where it was then too. It's just grown and become amazing, and it's attracted these really amazing men who live and work there. Um, and so I, really feel lucky to know it kind of early on.
Tell us about your book.
Okay.
I know you want to tell us about your book, and we want people to hear about your book. So tell us about that and the journey that represents for you.
Well, it's also tied into Easton and Harry and all those magical people. Um, so 2 decades ago, I did training as a sacred intimate, and it turned out to be my calling, I believe. And at one of the workshops, led by Harry, as a matter of fact, Power, Surrender, and Intimacy, I put a question out to the universe. I was ready to get started on my life, like what I was here for. What am I here for? And I got an answer, and it was to pursue this work. And shortly after I started to get into it, my finances took a downturn, and I had to really work seriously. I'd never had to do that before in my life. I came from a well-to-do family, and it was new to me to worry about, going bankrupt. So I feel like that was, in a way, on purpose, because it really was an extreme motivator to get busy doing this work that I feel like I was here to do. And the book is like after all this time of doing this work and being a sacred intimate who travels the world and developed a good reputation and has just totally enjoyed doing it. I really wanted to try. I mean, one part of it is I wanted to help people understand why I did this. Another part is how I did it, how I do it. And it turned out to be kind of challenging to do, but I think I succeeded. um, it's really important. It's called Man of Use, and it's called that because a core thing of importance to me is to be of use, to be useful is the most energizing and important thing for me. For different people, it can be different things. Some people are drawn to to understand things, to have an intellectual bent and understand how things work, and others are have a need to raise a family or be an artist or something, and those are all valid. But for me, I needed to be useful in the world, and it turns out that my version of that was by doing erotic work. So I set out to do the best job of that I could. Yeah. So anyway, the book, let's see. Your question was, well, that's basically what the book's about. I talk about my core philosophy and why I do this and the things that I do focus on in my sessions, examples of sessions, a little bit about my personal history. And then in the back, there's some questions for people who are really curious to kind of, dig a little deeper into what this work might look like for them, or how they might look at things from a perspective of the sacred intimate.
Mhm. So you mentioned your core philosophy. Can you sum that up for us?
Wow, that's a great question. Well, uh, it is actually to be of use. And when I do that in the world as an erotic worker, I have three things that I focus on. And one of them is to be in the moment, to just trust the moment. Um, the other is to be playful. and, and what is the third one? I should have had that ready. Oh my God. Let's look, shall we? Oh, yeah. Vulnerability. Isn't that funny that that's why I want to get stuck on trying to talk to you about?
Mm,
And when I inhabit all three of those, that's my best sessions.
okay.
I've had a lot of sacred elements. I've done a lot of different kinds of training. And I find that there's an ineffable part of it where you're just doing, going with the flow and experimenting and exploring. And to do that, you have to be vulnerable and let go of looking like an idiot or not knowing what you're doing. So, yeah, that's what that part's about.
Okay. Presence, playfulness, and vulnerability.
Basically, yeah, you got it.
Okay. Well, those are important for all of us in any moment, right?
It's true. No, and it's kind of what I'm trying to get at in this is that what I'm doing here is not confined simply to the kind of work I do. It can apply to a lot of different things.
Right.
I mean, one of the things also in this business of going from being someone who never had to worry about money to being very worried about it, uh, you can try to become rich, you can make money, you can lose money. And my experience is that you don't have a lot of control over that, no matter how much you focus on it and meditate on being rich and all this stuff. Um, so I had to let that go. And when I get out of bed in the morning, I'm getting up to do something that I really want to do. It's my version of being useful. So that if it all goes away tomorrow and I lose my house, I can still feel good and feel like I am doing what I'm put on this earth to do.
Tell us about some other things that you're passionate about.
I'm a Trekkie. I'm a Trekkie from way back. I credit that for getting me through being a fat gay boy in West Texas. That I could had something else to latch onto other than football, and I still love Trek. I love to remodel. I am currently renovating a cabin in the mountains, so I absolutely love just tearing out walls, doing plumbing, electrical, all of that stuff. It is so fun. I just love it. Yeah, those are the main ones. Yeah.
Well, you had me at remodeling.
Oh yeah, you like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the process of building a cabin here for myself at Easton.
Awesome. Like on the
And
property?
yeah,
Oh my God, what are you doing?
yeah.
Are you going to do a kit or from scratch or
No,
hire somebody or
I designed it and I'm building it from scratch.
really?
I've taken uh, time-lapse video of it happening from pretty much the ground up. So I have like video material for a little documentary when it's done. And it's a real cool design. It's got two walls that are all windows. Um, you'll see it next time you're here.
Sounds wonderful.
It's gonna
Good for
be
you.
really, it's gonna be really
Easton's a
amazing.
magical place. You're doing right to do that there.
It is. It is an amazing place. Um, which can take me right into my next
Sure.
question. What things do you love about Easton Mountain?
Oh, wow. Well, I think there's only a couple of places in the world that are like that. In my personal experience, where, and by say like that, a place that is beautiful in nature place that's open to experimentation and is this container for men to grow and do all these crazy things. And you're not only allowed to do that, you're encouraged and supported to do it. That you don't have to be rich to go there. You just have to bring your whole self and experience it. And there's Wildwood out here on the West Coast and Easton. And to me, those are pretty much it. Those are the only ones I know of that have this kind of magic quality like this. And I've been to Easton to do quite a few things. Don Shuey and I ran a convocation of sacred intimates. I think it was 2015. And I've also been on the staff of Power, Surrender, and Intimacy that's done workshops out there as well as many other places. Um, and I was on the staff of Arrow Spirit Camp when they had that. And one of the coolest things about that, and this is what makes Easton so special, is I had never really run my own workshop totally from scratch, created something, and had a chance to do it. And at Easton, I was so supported and encouraged, and the things I came up were totally kooky and weird, and I wouldn't have dared to try them anywhere else except an incubator like that. And I grew as a person. I got better at it. I loved doing it. I'll be back there for the Gay Coaches Conference in the fall, in the spring, I mean.
Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah. Actually, I have dear friends who are life coaches. I had a life coach who was absolutely wonderful, just helped me through a really difficult time in life. And I became the web person and then also promotional type stuff for the Gay Coaches Alliance. So I've been running their website now ever since I started. That organization has grown. It's really doing well. It's really doing well. I'm so proud of it.
Nice.
If you're curious about coaching, come on out. You don't have to be a coach. I think you just have to be. It's so important for people to support Easton. It's so easy to become a member. If you can't donate a lot, but you can donate consistently, you can do that. If you want to leave something in your will, that's great. I'm an ongoing member, donating what I can on a monthly basis. But there's, like I said, there's only, in my opinion, only like 2 places on earth that I think are magical, like Easton. And they are always in danger of disappearing. So you really need to keep on going. Where else can you run around naked and scream and play and, just be yourself and play in the mud? Have you ever been there for one of those mudslides?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you know a place in Hawaii? What's called
Kalani?
Kalani Hanua. Wow. And it's basically gone, and that was one of those magical places that you couldn't survive. So we gotta love these places and save them. Keep going.
It takes a lot to keep these places running, and people want to support. They want to support and ensure that we're going to be here for them and for everyone else who needs us. Well, you already preempted my last question, which was to encourage people to support us. You just went ahead into that naturally.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about your book?
Thank you for doing this call with me, because this is kind of new to me. Trying to interview like this, I just experimenting doing this, and being vulnerable, being open, and trying to be playful. Follow my rules.
You are.
So I would say the book, it's an easy read. It's fun, I think. It's basically just me talking. And you get a sense of who I am and what I do and why I do it, but also a way of looking at life as being a person that's useful. And does that match you? And are you a person of service? And are you a person of erotic service? You can see why I did it and the business of it, and why I think it's important, and just dip your toe into that world a little bit. It's simple talk. I'm pretty much a simple man, so it's straightforward. No hidden agenda there.
Do you have a website you want to tell us about?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. It's manofuse.com.
Okay.
Yeah. manofuse.com.
Okay.
You can get the book there, or stay informed of stuff that's going on around the book. And this is it right here. That's me on the cover.
Great. Well,
part of doing this is that it took me a while to learn, like anybody, like what kind of person I am, and something I had to become honest about with myself is that I have a little bit of prima donna. I do like being told I'm pretty, and I do like, showing off and, having my picture taken and all that stuff. And so this is a little bit of that too. It's like I'm just kind of going ahead and sharing more about myself and how I got into it and who I am.
We have copies of your book here in our gift shop.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
And I'm going to this month, I'm going to put a little blurb in our newsletter
Awesome. Okay.
about your book. And we'll mention your website and put a link to it in there.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I want to thank you for the work that you do. It's important. And thank you for being a member of Easton and lending us your support that way. We appreciate it very much. And I appreciate you making some time for this call.
Thank you. I appreciate you using you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate using your creativity of creating this thing. I mean, I didn't even know this existed, meet the members thing. Okay. Thank you. I'll quit yammering on. Thank you. Great talking to you.
I see why everyone speaks so highly of you.
Oh my God. Oh, stop it. Thank you. I mean, don't stop it. More. I can't fake that. Come on. I love it. Thank you, Rod. You're wonderful.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Meet the members.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to get our latest videos. And visit eastonmountain.org/membership for more info and to become a member.